Before her pain began, the woman lived a normal life. She was known in her village as someone full of joy. She loved to wake up early, sweep the front of her small house, and greet her neighbors. She sold cloth in the market and was good at it. People trusted her because she was honest. Children liked her because she always smiled and shared fruit with them. Her life was simple, but it was peaceful. Then the sickness started. At first, it was small. A little bleeding, a little weakness. She thought it would stop on its own. She rested for a day or two. She drank herbs someone recommended, but the bleeding continued. Weeks passed. Her body grew tired. Months passed. Her strength faded. Years passed, and the sickness stayed. She visited doctor after doctor. Each one asked for payment. She sold her best clothes. She sold her jewelry. She sold her utensils. She spent everything. Still, nothing changed. Slowly, life pushed her into a corner. People avoided her. Friends she used to laugh with stopped visiting. Some neighbors whispered, "She is cursed." Others stepped aside when they saw her coming. The woman began to walk with her head down. She felt dirty. She felt forgotten. 12 years of the same pain. It was enough to break any heart. Sometimes she cried until she had no more tears left. At night, she stared at the ceiling and wondered if God still saw her at all. But deep inside her chest, one tiny flame of hope refused to die. She did not know how, but she believed her story was not finished yet. One morning, something changed. She was sitting by her window, weak and tired, when she heard heavy footsteps and loud voices outside. People were rushing, almost running. The air felt different, like something important was happening. She heard someone shout, "Jesus is coming! He's on this road!" Her heart jumped. She had heard about this man, stories that sounded too good to be true. They said he healed lepers. They said he opened blind eyes. They said he spoke to the poor like they mattered. They said his touch could break any sickness. For the first time in a long time, she felt a spark of life. She stood up slowly, holding the wall for support. A thought came into her mind, soft but strong. "Go, don't stay here. This is your chance." She wrapped her shawl around her shoulders and stepped outside. The crowd was large. People pushed, shouted, and tried to get close to Jesus. From the back, she could not even see him. But she kept moving. Her legs shook. Sweat rolled down her face. Some people hit her as she squeezed between them. Someone shouted, "Get back." Another snapped, "You don't belong here." But she refused to stop. She told herself again and again, "I don't need him to speak to me. I don't need him to look at me. If I can just touch the edge of his clothes, I know I will be healed." Finally, she saw him. Jesus was walking slowly, surrounded by people. His face was calm. His steps were gentle. There was something about him that felt peaceful, like standing near water on a hot day. The woman took a deep breath. With her last strength, she reached out her trembling hand and touched the hem of his garment. It was a small touch, barely a brush, but the effect was like lightning. In that moment, the bleeding stopped, the pain disappeared. Her body felt light, her heart felt strong. She covered her mouth in shock. She knew she was healed, 12 years of suffering, gone in an instant. She wanted to slip away quietly, but then Jesus stopped. He turned around. "Who touched me?" he asked. The crowd went silent. The disciples were confused. "Master, everyone is touching you," they said. But Jesus looked around slowly and said, "No, someone touched me with faith. I felt power leave me." The woman's heart pounded. She felt fear rise inside her. Would he be angry? Would people shame her? Would her healing be taken away? Her hands shook as she stepped forward. I touched you," she whispered. Her voice broke as she continued. "I have been sick for 12 years. I believed if I touched your clothes, I would be healed. and I was. The crowd stared. Some gasped. Some stepped back. Jesus looked at her, not with anger, but with deep kindness. His eyes were gentle, his face was soft. He took a step toward her, closing the distance the world had created for 12 long years. Then he said the words she thought she would never hear. "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. You are free from your suffering." The word daughter melted her heart. No one had called her that in years. In one moment, he gave her more than healing. He gave her dignity back. She fell to her knees crying, not from pain, but from joy, from relief, from the feeling of being seen again, noticed again, loved again. She stood up and walked home with a straight back and a bright face. People looked at her and asked what happened. She simply smiled and said, "I met the one who refused to ignore me.